Hey, what's up, Master Trainers? This is your host, Charlie Jonas here, straight out to Pacific Valley, and today I'm gonna be explaining more rules. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick up from where we left off in the previous video, and today we're gonna start to talk about the Pokemon evolution. Yeah, finally! We're going to get to talk about the most exciting feature of all. Alright, let's also go ahead and follow up on the website as well, since in today's video we're going to be using pretty much just it to explain the rules. Alright, here we are, and as you know, without further ado, let's get started. Evolution. Not all Pokemon, but most of them evolve into better ones. Or ones. For sure, it's one of the most exciting features of the whole Pokemon universe, and one of the main differences between this game series and the original one, of course, because here you can actually farm your Pokemon and evolve it intentionally, alright? It's not up to your luck like in the original one. But now, just like at the console games, players can catch, train and evolve their Pokemon if they want, just as I said. A quick reminder here is that in this game series, Pokemon do not evolve during the battle, only afterwards, and players can only hold the evolution when it's regarding their starter Pokemon. Okay, so not evolving during the battle is pretty much like the console games work, although here you can only hold the evolution regarding the starter one, alright? The other ones cannot be held. When evolution does occur, although not talking about Mega Evolution, it can happen in two different ways, once or twice. Despite the case, a specific amount of experience points, aka XP, is needed according to the Pokemon's color label. Oh, and if you don't know nothing about Pokemon colors, I'm already explaining it on a previous video, so I'm gonna leave it up there in the cards for you to check it out. And the one it's going to evolve into. So it's going to depend on the color of the Pokemon and the color of the one it's going to evolve, alright? Remember that even having all the needed experience points, players can only achieve the evolution if their Pokemon is active, aka not knock it out, which means in practice their chip will be not flipped out, okay, in their hands. So if I just battle with a Pokemon and gather all the experience points needed to evolve, but it left the battle, knock it out, only after I revive it, it's going to evolve, alright? Even though the great majority of Pokemon follow the previous experience points rules for achieving the evolution, which is just gathering experience points, a couple of them have more specific ways to do so. These Pokemon chips display a silver evolution icon on the left corner of the Pokemon's art. Alright, so just like the special cases we just talked about, and if you didn't see those videos, I'm gonna be leaving the first one up there in the cards for you to check it out. Here this time we have a different icon regarding a different feature, which is specific rules regarding the evolution, alright? Which is going to be this icon right here, which is the evolution symbol. So here in the Slowpoke we have an example of a specific evolution way Pokemon chip, okay? Alright, but before we go ahead and start to talk about it, I gotta ask you something first. Would you like to become an etymology master, just like me, and get to know that Pidov's name comes from the words pigeon and dove, which explains a lot its visual in typing? If the answer is yes, then you should check it out my Etymology Master online course. There I'm gonna be teaching you everything you need to know behind each Pokemon name's origin in a very fun, quick and visual way. You're also going to receive an exclusive Etymology Master certificate after concluding each one of the courses, and an extra PDF file for you to study it offline anywhere anytime you want. So if you got interested about it, check it out, the video gonna be leaving up there in the cards. Alright, so now let's go ahead and talk about specific evolution cases, since we're not going to cover them all in this video, okay? This is gonna be part 1 of a 2 series videos. Alright, let's get started with Slowpoke. When having Slowpoke, players can evolve it into a Slowbro or Slowking by reaching the needed amount of experience points or keeping an active Shelter in their hand at the same time of the active Slowpoke. Okay? If achieving the evolution through the second option after evolving, both Slowpoke and Shelter chips must be returned to the stack. Alright, so here, if I have a Slowpoke, whether it is a Cantonian or a Galarian one, it can evolve by gathering experience points, which in this case is 12, or by having an active Shelter in my hand at the same time I have my Slowpoke active as well. Alright, so in this way I don't need to have the experience points, just the Shelter. Alright, and if I have the experience points, I don't need to have the Shelter. And when my Slowpoke is evolving, odd numbers will result in Slowbro and even numbers will result in Slowking. Okay, no big deal. Alright, now let's go ahead and talk about Gloom. When evolving a Gloom, players must roll a die, which is a d6, to figure out which evolution they are going to get. And again, we're gonna have one evolution for odd number results and another one for even number results. Okay, but this time you need the experience points. So once you reach it, you gotta roll the die to figure out which one's going to be. Poliwhirl. To allow a Poliwhirl to reach a Poliwrath as final evolution instead of Politoed, players must have at least 6 mandatory badges, or 2 of them if you're playing Orange Islands or Alola map, which is going to be stamps instead of badges. For Save Island maps, which is Express Game Mode, achieving a Poliwrath is only possible by obtaining odd results from a die roll. Okay, so this time is a slightly more complex, so once my Poliwhirl gathered all the experience points it needs in order to evolve, it's going to become a Politoed, unless I have at least 6 badges or 2 badges / stamps, then I could choose to get Poliwrath instead. Alright, I'll be able to choose if I have the badges. If I don't have badges, I'm going to get a Politoed, unless of course if I'm playing any map from the Save Islands, which then I will have to roll the die. No big deal. Alright, so now let's go ahead and talk about one of the most exciting ones, which is Eevee. When having Eevee, players can evolve it by normally gathering the needed amount of experience points and having the evolution randomly determined by the die roll. Although this time we are going to roll a d20. To check which values match each evolution, check the Eevee table, right, which is this table right here, or more specifically this table right here. So if I get a number 1 result, it's going to evolve into an Umbreon. If I get 2 or 3 Espeon, 4 or 5 Glaceon, 6 or 7 Jolteon, between 8 and 11 Leafeon, between 12 and 15 Flareon, between 16 and 19 Vaporeon, and if I get a 20, it's going to be Sylveon. And here we can see the scale of the results, so it's 1 in 20, 2 in 20, 4 in 20, and here the percentage. Okay, so to get a number, I'm gonna have 5% of chance. Then for other ones, it could be 10, and other ones 20. Alright, now if the player wants to determine which evolution they are going to get instead, just like with the Poliwrath, then they can only do so if they have earned at least 5 mandatory badges. Alright, so it's not exactly like Poliwrath, because now the requirements are lower. Alright, I just need 5 of the mandatory badges instead of 6. Although if I'm playing Orange Islands or Alola maps, I still gonna need 2 badges or stamps. And of course, if I'm playing Save Island maps, I cannot choose between evolution, so the only option is going to last for me is the Eevee table, alright, aka rolling a d20. Alright, now let's go ahead and talk about Tyrogue. When having a Tyrogue, players can evolve it by normally gathering the needed amount of experience points for it. However, the evolution results will be randomly determined by d6 roll. Okay, so classic rolling the d6. To know which result match which evolution, just check it out the Tyrogue table, which is this table right here, alright? So 1 and 6 are going to give me a Hitmonlee, 2 and 5 Hitmonchan, 3 and 4 Hitmontop, okay? And this time Tyrogue is going to need 16 experience points in order to evolve. Although, same thing of Eevee, if I want to determine which one I'm going to get, this time I'm going to need, again, 5 badges only, alright? Or, once more, 2 badges if I'm playing Orange Islands, or 2 stamps for Alola, okay? So, it's very easy, just like before. If I have the minimum required badges, I can choose. If I don't, I go in with the table. Wurmple. When evolving a Wurmple, players must roll a d6 to figure out which evolution they are going to get. And here is just like Gloom, although this time odd numbers are going to result on the Cascoon and Dustock lineage, while even numbers are going to result into the Silcoon and Butterfly 1. Okay? Experience, then when it's going to evolve, roll the die and face the odds. Kirlia, pretty much same thing. When evolving a Kirlia, players must roll a d6 to figure out which evolution they're going to get. Okay, so this time odd numbers are going to give me a Gallade, and even numbers are going to give me a Gardevoir. Alright? Remember that the experience points needed in order to evolve different Pokemons might be different as well, right? Just like here, 10 for Wurmple, 20 for Kirlia. Nincada. Okay, Nincada is slightly different. When evolving a Nincada, players can get a Ninjask by default. If so, then they get 2 Pokemon instead, a Ninjask and a Shed Ninja. Alright, so here's pretty simple. I have a Nincada, it gathered 22 experience points, it's going to evolve into a Ninjask. If I have 1 slot free in my hand, when I'm evolving it, I'm going to get 2 Pokemon by the price of 1, alright? Although, if I'm packed and have no room for another Pokemon, then I'm only going to evolve Nincada into Ninjask and not get a Shed Ninja, okay? As simple as that. Okay, so Snorunt is actually wrong here, okay? So it's supposed to be not by die result, but also by experience points. So if I'm willing to get a Glalie as evolution result, then I'm going to evolve it when it gathers 10 experience points. Although, if I rather have Frostlass as its evolution, then I'm going to keep farming it and gather 16 experience points instead, alright? So please disregard the dice figures, I gotta fix it, okay? But that's how it goes. Instead of rolling die, I have 2 options. First one with 10 experience points, and the second one and last with the 16 experience points. Although remember that Glalie has the advantage of Mega Evolving later on, which Frostlass doesn't. Now let's go ahead and talk about Clamperl. When evolving Clamperl, here again is going to be the odd even one, okay? So if I gather the needed amount of experience points, which is 12, odd numbers are going to give me a Huntail as evolution, while even ones are going to give me a Gorbis. Pretty much just like Kirlia, although evolving it into blue chips. And now last for this video but not least, let's go ahead and talk about Mantyke. When having Mantyke, players can evolve it into Mantine following the same exactly rules of Slowpoke, okay? Although this time Mantyke's gonna take the role of the Slowpoke and the Remoraid are going to take the role of Shelder. Okay, so pretty much just like the first one we saw, where we have a Pokemon and we could evolve it by gathering experience points or by having another one active at the same time this Pokemon is active in our hands as well, alright? Pretty much just like Slowpoke, but now evolving into a red chip Pokemon. Alright, so don't forget that there's an epic version of this map, which regards a crossover between Lord of the Rings and Pokemon. So if you want to evolve your Pokemon in an epic way, make sure to check it out, the video gonna be leaving up there in the cards. Also make sure to follow me on all my social media, this way you can stay tuned about any new content of this project. And if you like gameplay and wanna see me play this game live, make sure to follow me on the Purple website as well, since there very soon I'm gonna start to play this game almost every day. And if you like to start to get to know about the special evolution cases, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and also share this video with everyone else you wanna play this game with. This way they can get to know all the rules just like you do. And of course, by sharing this video, you're gonna help me out, spread the channel, and reach my next goal of 1,000 subscribers. And here in this channel, every time I reach a goal, you guys earn a prize, which this time is going to be new content for the channel and also another mini-map for you to play. Don't forget that you could always come here to the pokemonmastertrainer.com to check it out the rules in a more visual and interactive way. Here you could also click on the download button to request access to all the printable files from my Google Drive. There you're gonna be finding content according to the publicly released so far, although you're gonna be able to download it, print it out at your place or your local print shop in order to assemble your own physical version of this game, alright? Just like a huge DIY. Although remember that in order for you to have access to the files, you gotta be a subscriber to this channel and to leave a comment down below to let me know you did it, and also telling me the first half of your email, alright? I gotta ask you these two favors, is very important for me and it will cost nothing to you. If you have any doubts, just check it out the pinned comment down below. And if you'd like to play this map using all the Pokemon chips and Pokemon cards from all the other generations combined, just like I'm doing in this mod, so you should check it out my Patreon page. There you could find an early access membership option, alright? This way you're not only just going to support me a lot, but also gonna have access to play this mod. It's exactly one right here I'm showing you, and also another 9 ones that are already available to be played, alright? There you're gonna find other game modes such as Express, Super Express, and mini maps as well. So if you got interested about it, don't forget to check it out, the links in the description to find the link to my Patreon page. Talking about links in the description, also check it out, another link to visit the Logos by Nick Academy. It's a very cool platform full of courses which are going to teach you everything you need to know to become a logo creator master. This way you're gonna be able to create very cool logos just like these ones right here I created for this channel using the techniques I learned from the courses from Nick, alright? It's going to teach you how to use GIMP and Inkscape in order to create very cool, awesome logos, and perhaps it could even make it possible for you to make some extra income with those skills, alright? So I highly recommend it, they're very cool content, so please check it out before you go. Also don't forget to ring the bell to get notified about new videos. I hope you guys liked what we're talking about today, and I see you in the next one.